to Wargaming World and to a well overdue tabletop upgrade. Okay, I'm doing a tabletop upgrade, and I thought I'd just start with a very blank table. So this table is slightly unusual in that it's 8 foot long and 3 foot wide. It's really set up for me to play solo war games. The tabletop upgrade starts with the delivery of a box this size. To unpack, and there's lots of stuff inside. Some really lovely stuff here, straight from the box. I like these hedges with trees built in. It's a really nice feature. And the first real wow feature, the bridge. Really gorgeous. And the river. You can see how fresh it is as it's been made. We'll dust it off as we go, but I love these little details here. Little hedge there. It's really, really good. This is the gorge. Absolutely fabulous. Absolutely tremendous. One of the first features you'll notice is that I also like the idea of having sky, clouds, etc., which were painted by my daughter, which is the best thing I think about it. But after lots of games, lots of videos done, people who follow the channel will have seen lots of different stuff in ANGLO-ZULU, World War I and lots of World War II. It's time to upgrade. So I'll start very much at the beginning with a very blank table, so we can see what we're going to do to upgrade and how we do it. And so you'll see as Charles de Gaulle looks on, we have the first change, which is the backdrop. So this is a wallpaper of clouds and sky itself. Okay, so for the first change, now we've got a different background. So that's the first thing to have a look at and see how that works with various photographs as we go. Okay, so I'm going to go from left to right with all of the new items added to the table. Okay, so I'm going to start with the gorge, which is 24 inches long, and there's some lovely little features here just at the edge of it. It's about 16 inches across in total from side to side, and it is a really fantastic feature. So I'm going to add this into the tabletop, but just to cover the different items that I've got at the start. The next is this bridge. Really nice looking bridge. It's got a romantic kind of look to it. Really lovely on the table, and at the end there, Andy's made it with these lovely little stones. Also added in these bigger stones at the end, which I think are nice too. So we can add it to the river set when I put the whole table out. And moving further down into 4 different fields. Really like the fact that these are connecting, so it's 12 inches by 15 inches. Also add in some of the trees as well. I've also got some of them using stone wall rather than hedges alone. Again, they're really nice feature. Now, also got 3 of the 12 inches hedges, including a tree with them, and some tree stumps as well. That looks really nicely on the tabletop. Again, just showing you the additions. Once we add in the whole table, we'll get the full effect. And at the back here, we've got a large orchard, and the large orchard with a couple of really nice different types of trees on the front, a nice Mediterranean feel to it as well. And although we've added just something different in terms of barbed wire, we've also got on the front here these 2 Mediterranean pieces. Again, nice features themselves. This is a video of my tabletop, all of which is made up of excellent pieces of terrain and scenery from the last valley. So there's lots of different items here, and I've put it together over some time, but there's some fantastic pieces of work that are out currently that I've just added to my tabletop. Let me just go through the table so you can see what I've put together here. We've got two farmers' fields, which are 15 inches by 12 inches. Really nice features, and also at the back there you can see that part of it is it's unused in the sense that it hasn't been ploughed yet, and I like that variation. Added a tree to it. If you just come further across, you can see obviously we've got a great river section which runs right across the table. First thing we're going to look at here, we've got obviously some straight pieces, but straight pieces even has a lovely bend in it, and if you have a look on the banks with these really detailed stones put together, really gives a lovely feel to it. So you can have it either as a river or indeed as a stream if it was going to be forded on war games. And then to one of the major pieces, which is the gorge. Now the gorge is 24 inches long and 16 inches across, and again it's a really good thing. I really like this particularly because when we've got wargaming, a lot of it is very flat. People don't like to put hills, or it adds some complication, whereas this is a really nice feature, and I think it's a really good piece, really nice addition. Further along we've got two more farmers' fields, so you can see the features also have either a stone wall put together or with hedges, and then the trees themselves are covering or lining this road, which stems from this gorgeous bridge. Now this, I would add, is a footbridge for 28mm figures, or it's a 20mm bridge. It has a sort of like a romantic feel to it, which you could use at 20mm scale, and then of course you would have a room for vehicles, etc. The river section still continues. Now I like the fact that we've got a lot of variety in terms of what the features of the river are. As we come further along, it then bends again as we go off the table. But further along here we've got an orchard, and I really like the fact that the orchard itself, you can get it in either as a stone wall or in hedges, but the trees themselves, this sort of Mediterranean feel to the trees, I really like, so it's a really great variety. Some other Mediterranean little bits and pieces here, some shrubs, and this also looks good. I think this will look well, certainly as I put it together also in my Zulu War engagement. So it's just another little feature. And extending on here we've got some 12-inch hedges with trees built in, and yeah, it just really looks great variety. There's all sorts of different things you can use it for. If you follow my YouTube channel, Wargaming World, then there'll probably be 30-40 different videos, of which the Last Valley features with all sorts of different parts of this table in, and I've also got some other elements which aren't on this table, some further river sections and other little bits and pieces like barbed wire, etc. But certainly I think as a whole this really enhances the table, and I would really recommend it. It's an absolutely some fantastic features and some fantastic pieces of work. So thanks to Andy, and yes, I would really put a thumbs up for the Last Valley. And so here we have the final version. So this is the upgrade and the tabletop as a whole. So we can see that from the far left hand side, we've got the river. Rolling across it we've got the gorge. Moving slightly further forward, you've got the watermill, and here both a church and the cemetery and the orchard in front of it. As we walk towards the village, you can see that there's a number of ways to get across the river, either the footbridge or there's a broken footbridge here. There's also a boat just waiting just in case you need a hand to get across. So we're walking more towards civilization here, with a farm. We've got start there of some new buildings we're going into. We've got both a hotel and a cafe here towards the end, and over here brasserie and a tailor's, and even a sweet shop. So in front we've got an area for people to sit and relax, and as a whole this is the tabletop. It's a way that I can put this together for a France 1940 game, Chain of Command, and obviously I will then amend it as we go with lots of variations. But I'm pleased that this is the way it finishes as a tabletop upgrade.